Hey, today we're showing you how to do a handstand and also nifty tips and tricks to help you get there. Basically, first off, just start by doing one against the wall. Now if you look on the video, I'm actually slightly far back, but it's really just a confidence thing to be able to go up and do one where your hands are right sort of near the wall. And once you're up there, just try moving about and getting used to just generally being on your hands. If you look, I'll shift my weight over onto one hand, then the other. Basically, you should just try to do the same, and at first you might not actually be able to stay up there for all that long, say just, what, 5 seconds? But it's just really a matter of doing it maybe 10 minutes a day over a few weeks, and eventually you'll build up the strength. One of the main things is to keep your arms locked and straight, and at this stage don't so much worry about the arch in your back or the body positioning. All you're really trying to do is build up the strength in the shoulders and arms and abdominals, just so you can stay in that position. Okay, if you look here, I've got my arms directly straight and obviously locked, and I'm lunging forward, and you want to try and keep your arms sort of in line with your head, about shoulder width apart, and keeping them straight. And if you look, when you're going down, you're trying to keep your body as straight as possible going into a handstand. Also keeping your legs together, and if you want to try and make it look neat, then keep your toes pointed. This is just a side-on view, slightly further down this time. When you first start and when you've actually managed to correctly get up to there, don't try and stay up there as long as possible. Just try and get used to being on your hands in a sort of free handstand. And in a minute I'll show you actually how to balance properly on your hands. This one here is just moving the legs slightly, balancing with the legs. Generally you don't want to do that until you've got a solid handstand down, but for some people they might find it easier to first start moving the legs. But even when you do move the legs, just try and keep them together. Okay, this one, I'm not actually on my hands yet, but I'm exaggerating the hand movements of, you'll find that when you go forward, if you sort of press your hands into the floor, then it will stop you tipping forward. And in this one I'm actually in a handstand showing you. It's not quite as exaggerated as the first one, but you can see the actual hand movements. Okay, this one's just me generally showing you that I can actually do a solid handstand. If you look, my body's basically straight. I could actually tuck my head under my arms to make my body sort of completely straight and stop that slight arch in my back, but I just generally prefer to do it like that. Okay, now we get on to basically doing a handstand push-up, and again, like you did the handstand, start against the wall. You might prefer to be slightly further back, or maybe slightly more towards the wall where you'll be more vertical. And if you do find this hard, then you can transition from a headstand against the wall trying to push up into a handstand. Here you also might find it easier to actually bend your legs over, so you've got a sort of a weight in the opposite direction, because when you do a handstand push-up you'll naturally want to fall backwards. So basically bending the legs just sort of stops this a bit. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this short handstand video.